Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome to a slightly different upload on the channel today, something Leagues themed. So, with the Raging Echoes dropping in a few days' time, I thought it'd be a really cool idea for a video to show you guys just how quickly and easily you can unlock your first region. And as of yesterday, actually, the easy and medium task list for Misthalin, Hampshire, and also just Global, which are all the regions that you start with, did release. And what I've done is gone through all of those tasks, put them in an order to follow here in a spreadsheet. And today's video is going to be focused on me sort of going ahead and giving you guys like a visual representation of what that looks like. So when the Leagues comes out, you can just sort of like watch the video and do exactly what I do to get that first region unlocked super quickly. And in previous Leagues, I believed you needed 60 tasks crossed off in total to unlock that first region. So I'm going to assume it will be the same in the Raging Echoes. So in the spreadsheet that I've put together, which I will leave in the description as well for you guys to follow, and also it's obviously on screen as well, I do have about 65 to 70 different tasks, so if you follow along, you should be able to get that region unlocked super quick. The problem is some might be slightly contested, some of these tasks, because obviously it will be day one, most likely when you're watching this. But yeah, you'll either get your region or be extremely close to unlocking it. But that is enough waffle, so let's get into the spreadsheet. So first of all, when you spawn in, you'll automatically complete the League's tutorial for an easy task, so that one's done. Next up, obviously I don't have it here because I'm on the main game, but you have the Leagues menu. You can open that up for another task. That's obviously where you unlock your first relic, which I'm going to be going for the Animal Wrangler because that looks pretty cool. So that'll be task number 2 done. Next up, you're going to want to run around here and bash yourself a rat. Again, these might be a bit contested, but I'm sure within sort of a few seconds you should be able to get one. I'm pretty sure the respawn rates are a lot quicker on Leagues as well, so it shouldn't really be a problem. That's another task. And next up, you want to talk to Hans. I'm pretty sure just chatting to him gives you a task. I don't think you need to go through any dialogues, but chat to him until you get the task. That's 4 done already. Next up, we're going to find any citizen. I'm sure you'll see a good, like a big stack of people around them, so you won't be able to miss them. And what we're going to do is pickpocket them 10 times, which I believe should get you level 5. Because it is 5x XP when the League begins, I think 10 pickpockets should be enough for level 5. But if not, keep going till you get level 5. So that would be a task for pickpocketing a man, a task for leveling up once, and also a task for getting level 5. So there we go, 3 in 1 there. Next up, we're going to run to the pub just north here. This isn't actually a task, but we're going to need this beer for later. So whilst we're in the area, we might as well grab one. So we'll be taking a beer for 2 coins. Lovely. We'll save that for later. And obviously I've got myself some staminas here for this tutorial. You guys are not going to need those with the infinite run, which is going to be really, really nice. Next up, we're going to bash ourselves a goblin. Again, might be a little bit hard with all the chaos going on, but hopefully you should be able to get one. That is a task in itself. And once the bones appear, we're going to grab those and bury them for another easy task. Lovely. After that, we're going to run over to the cow field. So, obviously in my inv, I've got various items that you're not going to have on spawn. You're going to have pickaxes, or the bronze pickaxe and the bronze axe, but yeah, I've just grabbed these out of the bag. So you will have these ready from Tutorial Island, so do not worry. You do not need a gilded pickaxe. Next up, when we're in this area, we're going to chop ourselves 3 logs, and we're going to save 2 of them for later. Actually, it might be a good idea to chop 4. I think 4 logs would actually be a little bit easier, just in case. So grab yourself 4 logs. Again, might be contested, but with the respawn rates being quicker in Leagues, hopefully you should be able to get some. If you can only get 3, get 3, but 4 would probably be ideal. And what we're going to do actually, whilst we're thinking about it, is burn one of those logs for another task. That is... so chopping is a task, and burning is some as well. There we go, that's 2 more. And also, we're going to kill a cow whilst we're here. And when it's dead, we're going to grab the beef. There we go. And there it is. You can take the cowhide as well if you want. I'm sure that will come in useful at some point in the Leagues. I'm not going to. And we're going to also milk the cow with the bucket that we get from Tutorial Islands. That is a task as well. So we're up to 14 in... Oh, sorry. I think we're 12 or 13 in total now. Obviously, some of these aren't tasks. They're just like little steps in the spreadsheet. So there we go. We've got our milk. Lovely. Afterwards, we're going to run this way. Oh, actually, we're going to go up here first, sorry. And we're going to beat to death a chicken with our bare hands. Again, might be a bit contested because there might be loads of people here, but you should be able to get one. And there are also chickens scattered around these starting areas, so you should be able to get one, no problem. There we go, another task done. And then after that, we're going to go kill a ram. They should be in this field over here. And also, actually, no, before that, we're going to go to the general store and grab ourselves a knife and some shears. When we get the knife, we're going to cut the logs and make some arrow shafts. That'll be a task right there. And then the shears are to shear 4 sheep for later. So we're going to grab a knife and some shears. Lovely. I believe the stocks restock automatically on Leagues as well, so I don't think you need to worry about them sort of, you know, going out of stock, I believe. Don't hold me to that. Like I said, we do have extra tasks as well, so just in case you can't manage to get some of the items or it is too contested, there are sort of like other tasks to do. So yeah, we're going to grab 4 wool. There we go. And we're also going to kill a ram, which is the one with horns, which is here. So killing a ram is a task. Getting the wool is not a task. It is for later. We're going to go spin that in a bit. So we're going to hop over this thingy. And we're going to run this way. We're going to grab ourselves an onion from Mr. Farmer Fred's patch. And we're going to eat it, which would be very disgusting in real life. But for the task, we'll do it. There we go. We'll have a nice little munch on this. Lovely. Task complete. And then we're going to go up here, and we're going to cry in this wheat field for whatever reason. I don't know why this is a task or who decided this would be a task, but I believe it was in previous leagues as well. I think I remember doing this one. So we're going to hit the cry real quick. Lovely. And lastly, again, this might be one of the trickiest ones so far. We're going to cut down this tree, as chopping a log from a potato tree, which this counts as because it's in a potato field, is a task. So if you can't get it and it is too contested, come back another time. But whilst you're in the area, give it a go. So after that, we're actually going to hit the home teleport and go back to Lumbridge, as that in itself is a task, and sort of the next tasks are all in that area. So we're going to do that real quick. So I think we're up to about 20 in total. We're 5 minutes in and we've done about 20 tasks, if you've managed to do them all so far, which is very good going. So now that's done, we're going to rake the farming patch over here. I'm going to take the genie, actually. Even though I'm maxed, I'll take some free XP. Lob that on Slayer. And actually, whilst I'm thinking about it, what I will say is basically every random event is a task. Either the ones that give you items to equip, like the Beekeeper, the Camouflage one, or the Army one, they're all tasks to equip those. And also just completing a lot of the random events are tasks as well. It is in the spreadsheet to the side. So if you do get a random event, make sure you do it, because that'll be some free points. I think there are a medium task as well for 30 points, which is quite weird. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a rake from Faith. You guys will obviously still have money from your pickpocketing, and you're going to rake the patch. You obviously won't have a yew tree in here. You'll have an unraked patch, so rake that for some more points. Next up, whilst we're in the area, we're going to kick a spider to death. You can probably kick one of these smaller ones to make it easier. Again, hopefully it won't be too contested. Lovely, nice and easy. I'm actually going to go back to my POH here, which you guys will not be doing, but I can't be bothered to waste too many staminas, so I'm going to teleport back to Lumbridge. You guys just run back there, just run to the castle. When you're there, what we're going to attempt to do is use this cooking range with the beef that we picked up earlier. Now, I'm not sure if it will work. I think you might need Cook's Assistant done, but whether that's auto-completed, I'm not sure. If it is, cook your beef for a nice and easy task. If not, then come back when you do Cook's Assistant. And then after that, we're actually going to use the northern staircase in the castle, which is a sin. And if you have the Sea Engineer plugin on, you'll be able to hear him scold you for doing so. But we're going to go up here. That is a task just for doing that. So I think we're on about like 24, 25 already. And then next up, we're going to run over to the spinning wheel, and we're going to spin our 4 balls of wool, as we're going to need those for some rope later at Ned's, as we are going to Draynor village. So yeah, make 4 balls of wool. Nice and easy. And then next up, we are going to head towards the south of Lumbridge. We're going to go in the swamp and then sort of wrap around to Draynor. So let's do that real quick. There we go. I think I've probably got too many logs in my inv, but it's fine. You might need them for the next part as well, because we're going to need to cook some food over here. So next up, before we go and visit Bob, what we're going to do is go to the altar. You guys are going to equip your, or click on Steel Skin until your prayer drains to 0, because you're going to only have 1 prayer. When it does, hit the altar, and that will give you a task real quick. Nice and easy. So I'm just going to demonstrate that for whatever reason, in case you don't know. So there you go. And then next up, we're going to go talk to Bob. Ask him to give us a quest. He will tell you to buzz off, basically, but that is a task. Next up, we're going to fly into the graveyard. We're going to hit the dance moat real quick, having a little party for some reason, dancing in a graveyard. They thought it would be a good idea. Not sure if that's appropriate. And then we're going to go down into Death's Domain as well for another task. We're absolutely flying here. Nice and easy. Alrighty, so next up, this is where it might get a little bit tricky, depending on what relic you've taken. I'm planning on taking Animal Wrangler, as are probably quite a few of you guys, meaning that food gets sent to the bank when you fish it, and it has a 50% chance to cook, and it also has a 100% chance to not burn. But regardless, what you're going to do is you're going to fish a shrimp, that's a task. You're going to cook a shrimp, using either the logs that you gathered earlier, obviously light them and cook the shrimp on there. If you have that Animal Wrangler relic, it will cook some of them and send them to the bank or whatever. That probably will get you the task anyway. Next up, we've got burn some food, which will be interesting with Animal Wrangler because you can't actually burn food, so presumably it will give you that auto-completed if you take that relic. If not, just cook until you burn. There's also one to cook 5 pieces of food in a row, so you could probably stay until you do that. You should probably do that before you hit 10 fishing, because you need to catch an anchovy anyway. So we're basically doing about 5 or 6 tasks all at the same time here. So basically stay here until you get 10 fishing and catch an anchovy, and also try and cook the 5 pieces in a row. Obviously it's RNG, but yeah, give that a shot. I'm not going to do that because I'm already at level 99, obviously, but if you guys need to stay to level 10, then do that. Next up, we're going to mine 1 copper ore and 5 tin ore. Again, these will probably be contested, but I'm sure with the quicker respawn rates, you'll be able to get some eventually. So even if you just get like 1 of each, that's probably fine because we're going to need these for a bronze bar later. But the task is to mine 5 tin ore, so try and do that. I'm sure it won't take too long. Obviously, it's going to take longer than here because there's nobody here, but yeah. And then next up, we're going to run this way and we're going to go into the Zanaris hut. Nice and easy. And we're also going to take a fairy ring whilst we're in Zanaris as well, as they are auto-unlocked. And to make it easy, we'll just go to the Edgeville fairy ring because obviously we all know that everybody's got those unlocked because it is part of the starting regions. So we're going to run down here to the fairy ring. Where is it? Is it over here? Yeah, there we go. I never really come from this way. And we're going to go to DKR, but just because it's Edgeville and everyone's got that, so just follow along. That is a task in itself. Nice and easy. There we go. And so when that's done, we're just going to go back to Zanaris because we've got more stuff to do in that area. We'll be back in Varrock a little bit later on. So there we are. We're going to go back here and we're going to go back to the hut. And then once we're back in Lumbridge, we're going to kill ourselves a frog. You can do that in any way. Should have mentioned, obviously, you know, depending on what weapons you guys choose to use, you're going to have stuff from Tutorial Island. You're going to have, like, your bronze dagger and sword, your short bow with arrows, and your, like, runes that you get. So use whatever you want. Use whatever sort of method you want to kill these monsters. So we're going to kill the frog real quick. Probably the smaller ones will be easier because they have less HP than the giant frogs. I'm not going to bash this to death with the ham joint. You guys can do that. You can kill the frog. And then after that, we're going to run over to Ned, and he's going to make us some rope. So that's what we needed the 4 balls of wool for. That's and it will be free as well. I don't believe you need to pay if you have the balls of wool, so it should be all good. Also, something to note whilst we're near a bank, and actually, if you did take Animal Wrangler and your food has been sent to a bank, maybe now would be a good chance to cook it or do the 5 successful cooks in a row if you haven't done that, as I believe there's an infinite fire there, and also, obviously, you can chop down trees if you need to as well, if you didn't get your logs earlier. So, yeah, and also, what I would say is when we're done here, before we fly over to Barbarian Village, maybe go to the bank and grab yourself out some of that cooked food that you cooked earlier, as we are going to be going in the Stronghold. It should be fine because there'll be so many people there on day 1, but maybe if you're not doing this on day 1, maybe grab a bit of food just in case you, well, just in case you don't want to die, which is probably what you want. So we're going to make some rope. We're going to get Ned to make some rope with our balls of wool, just like that. Lovely. That's a task in itself. Next up, we're going to go over here and we're going to insult this this horrible old witch, Aggie. I don't know what she's done to deserve this this insult, but we're going to flame her real quick. So, you mad old witch, you can't help me. How rude, but that's a task, so it's got to be done. Also, we can start the Vampire Slayer quest whilst we're here. We might as well, so feel free to do that, guys. That is a task to complete the quest, and we are going to be going to the manor later, so if you want to sort of knock out that at the same time, then feel free to. I've already done the quest, but go through the dialogue, get that sorted. This one, I'm not entirely sure about, actually. Because we don't have ourselves a Slayer task, checking an enchanted gem, well, obviously we do on the main game, but we won't yet in the Fresh League. Yeah, obviously, I have one here, but you guys won't have a task on the leagues. Presumably just checking will give you the task. If not, just hold on to the gem and check it whenever you do get a task, and that will tick it off. So that's a potential one right there. I'm not too sure. After that, we're going to do a lap of the agility course. It is now level 1 agility to do the Draynor course, so do that. If you want to stay until you get a Mark of Grace, you can do that as well, because that is a task. I'll probably end up just doing 1 lap on the day and coming back for the Mark of Grace later, but if you want to do that, then feel free. And next up, we're going to run over to Barbarian Village, where we're going to kill a Barbarian and then sort of go and get our Stronghold money, which we're going to need for later. So follow me, guys. Just follow the route. So we're on, what, 13 minutes so far. And obviously, I haven't stuck around to get the levels. I haven't done the agility lap. I've had no contestation. But you can see just how quick it is to sort of get these easy tasks done. And I thought this would be a good idea for a video because, let's be honest, nobody likes doing these tasks, do they? Nobody likes milking a cow and catching a shrimp. It's all very boring, and it's just got to be done just to unlock the next region quickly. So, yeah, I thought this would be a good idea for a video just to show you guys how quickly it can be done. It should take under an hour in total. Again, it does entirely depend on sort of how many people are sort of getting in your way. But I reckon, you know, maybe under an hour, maybe just over an hour, which really isn't too bad for your first region. So when you get here, kill any one of these barbarians. Doesn't really matter. They're all level 10, I believe. So just kill them real quick. And once that's done, actually, before we go in the Stronghold, we're going to drink this beer that we got earlier. So we're going to run into the long hall door. Or we'll run in through the door, sorry. There are beers here already, but the respawn time is actually really, really long, so I figured it would be a good idea just to grab a beer in Lumbridge to make sure. If there is one here and you forgot to grab one earlier, just pick it up and chug it. That will be another task right there, nice and easy. Where did we get to? So next up, I'm not going to do this because I can't be bothered, but run through the Stronghold of Security, get your fancier fighting boots, preferably the fancy boots because they're just better, and also get your Stronghold money as well. You don't have to go to the final floor if you don't want to, if you're worried about dying, but just get as much as you can. At least do the first couple of floors, as you're going to need that money for the tasks coming up. After that, on the way over to Varrock, we're going to kill a goblin real quick. We're going to bash him to death. You need to kill the ones with the spears, which I think are all the ones located here. I think they all have spears. Again, hopefully it won't take you too long to get one, as there might be a few people trying to kill them, but I'm sure it won't take you forever. Next up, again, this is another one that might not work, depending on if the Gertrude's cat quest has been auto-completed. If it has, you can buy a kitten from Gertrude, and when you do, you can drop it and stroke it for a task. So, like I said, it entirely depends on if you can get a kitten straight away. If not, you might need to come back for this one. And obviously, you guys will have 100 coins from the Stronghold, or more than 100 coins. After that, we're going to pet the stray dog, which should be around here somewhere. I think he normally lurks around here. There he is. We're going to be nice to him today and pet him and not shoo him away. There we go. Nice, easy task right there. And after that, we're going to go grab an elemental staff from the Zap's shop here. Depending on which one you want, I mean, I guess any will do. Maybe the fire staff would be ideal. So just grab whatever staff you want. Again, you'll have the money from the Stronghold for that. Equip it for another task. After that, we're going to fly down here, grab ourselves an iron dagger. And also, depending on your attack level, you could also get yourself a mithril weapon as well, as that is a task. So whilst you're in this area, you might, if you fancy just getting yourself a mithril weapon ready. I don't think it's that expensive. It's only 300 coins, so, you know, I'm sure you can spare that. Maybe grab that ready for when you hit the attack level to wear it. But yeah, grab yourself an iron dagger for sure, and then any sort of like mithril weapon. Equip those for another easy set of tasks. After that, we're going to go here, and we're going to pick a cabbage. That is a task in itself. You do not need to eat it. You can save it if you so wish for some activities. I am going to drop it on the floor immediately, but that is a task. Nice and easy. And then after that, we are going to go and upset the tramp who lives around here somewhere. He lives in this sort of vicinity. And I think we're just going to essentially mug him off and not give him money. There he is. So go and talk to him. Tell him that you don't have any money. That'll annoy him. That'll be a task right there. The longest route round possible, of course. Where is he going, mate? Come here. There we go. Got any spare change? No, earn it yourself. Very rude, but he'll give you a task for that. Whilst we're here as well, we might as well talk to Dr. Harlow for the Vampire Slayer quest. Again, not a task in itself. Well, completing the quest is, not talking to this guy. But yeah, I've already done it, but you can go through the dialogue. Currently getting flamed by the tramp. He's not happy with my antics, so unlucky, mate. And then after that, we're going to kill a mugger, which again should be in this area somewhere. I think that's him right there, isn't it? Yep. So we're going to slay him real quick for another task. That'll be another 10 points in the bag. So I think we're on about like 50 to 55 so far. Again, depending on sort of how many you've been able to do. But like I said, you can always go back and do ones that you haven't managed to on day one if it is a bit busy. After that, we're going to teleport with Aubrey. He's going to take us to the Rune Essence mine, as I believe Rune Mysteries is auto-completed. And we're going to mine some Rune Essence, but just going to this mine alone is a task. So this is a little 2-in-1 right here. That's the 2 easiest tasks ever. So there we go. Nice and easy. And whilst we're here as well, I would recommend buying yourself some runes, maybe like 1 air rune pack and 1 sort of mind rune pack, as we're going to go kill a guard next, and obviously you're always going to need runes, so, you know, whilst you're in the area, you might as well spend some of your Stronghold money. Depending on what staff you bought as well, you could maybe not buy air runes if you already have an air staff. So what we're going to do is kill the guard. I don't have any runes on me, but use your wind strike, and then sort of use your spells as you level up. And obviously you can use this rock as a safe spot. That'll be a task to kill a guard, sorry. Oh, actually, I completely forgot, sorry. You need to thieve a tea from the stool as well. If you guys were paying attention to the task list, you would have seen that. I missed that. So there we go. We're going to not drink that. You can grab some more if you want some food. But for now, that'll do. You can always come back and do that later. And we're going to run north here. We're going to go tell a story, or have Elsie tell us a story, sorry. She's in the second floor, or she's on the second floor of this church. So if you use your cup of tea on her, she will tell you a story for a nice, easy task. I'm chugging through these staminas. I need to go back to my POH after this. There we go. Up the staircase. Use the tea on her. And she will tell us a story. Which I don't think you need to sit through all of it. But, you know, sit through it until you get the task. Until she's done waffling. That should probably be enough. And you're off. And also, whilst we're here, we're going to get ourselves a fresh trim. I'm actually quite happy with my my look. So I'm not going to get a trim. I'm kind of happy with the bald bot look. But if you go to Emma and go for a haircut, you can sort of, you know, get yourself some new hair, and that'll give you a task as well. Nice and easy. So this one here, before we go down in the Varrock sewers, is an optional one. You can choose to do the Natural History Museum quiz thing, which obviously gives you 9 Hunter and 9 Slayer in the main game with Orlando Smith. What you can choose to do is do it now if you want, or you could wait until you get a higher multiplier to just sort of like get a lot of easier levels quicker. Because I think it goes from 5x to 8x quite quickly when the league comes out. Obviously, it starts on 5 and then increases. So if you wanted to wait until you have a higher XP multiplier, maybe wait. But if not, if you want to get a task done, go for that. That's nice and easy. Next up, we're going to go down in the sewers. I'm not going to run the entire way there. Everybody knows how to navigate the sewers. Run round here, go all the way over to here where there's a web. You can slash it with the knife that you picked up earlier. If it's been slashed already, maybe just hop worlds until you find an unslashed one. Again, might be a bit contested, but should be fine. That's another easy task right there. After that, we're going to go run to the sawmill. And then we're going to go back to Lumbridge. So my home teleport currently is on cooldown. Yours probably won't be, because you would have had to sort of do the Draynor lap, wait for tasks because people are in the way, stuff like that. Actually do the tasks like kill the guard, get the fishing level. Yours should be off cooldown. So yeah, you're going to go back to Lumbridge after this. But basically, if you don't have a log, just chop one. There are plenty of trees. And we're going to get this turned into a plank for a nice, easy task. There we go. You'll have 100 coins, I assume, from the Stronghold still. Nice and easy. Boom. So after that, you guys are going to home telly back to Lumbridge. I'm going to get my run energy back and then come back. I'm actually going to get some more staminas as well, because I might run out before the end of this little tutorial. So don't worry about this, guys. Quick little interlude. Staminas. Lovely. And back to Lumbridge. So when we're back in Lumbridge, we're going to go and smelt our bronze bar. We have the copper and tin ore from earlier, so we're going to go to the range and give that a little smith. That will be a task in itself. And then finally, we're going to run over to the Draynor Manor, where we're going to potentially complete the Vampire Slayer quest if you need to. If you just whack open the quest helper, I can't remember exactly what you need. I think you need some garlic and stuff like that, and a steak, which I'm pretty sure someone gives you. Maybe open it on the quest helper and it'll tell you exactly what you need. Maybe train up a couple extra levels as well, because, you know, you need to kill the vampire. Shouldn't be too hard. It's quite easy, isn't it? But also, if you wanted to save that for a sort of later date, if you wanted to get more attack XP from the quest, again, when you get a higher multiplier, maybe do that. If not, if you want to get it done now for an easy task and just get the levels, then go for it. So that is the final task on my list. Optionally as well, if you don't have enough, there's also a few easy ones you can do on Karamja. So you can sort of run to Port Sarim, take the boat over to Karamja. I think filling a crate of bananas is a task. I think like eating a pineapple is a task, which I think you can use the knife on it. So if you're a few short, you can go to Karamja and do some of those easy ones. But hopefully you would have had enough by now to get your region, and these are just like bonuses. So as you can see, I mean, this video has only been 22 minutes. Like I said, I know that obviously you guys need to stop and, you know, actually do the tasks and get the levels, go in the Stronghold, but should be under an hour, I reckon, which is pretty good going for your first task. So the last thing we need to do is either, like I said, go and do the Vampire Slayer quest, get it done, or have a chair follow you. So I can't remember exactly how this works. I think you just stand near a chair just like that and it follows you. I don't know if it's any chair. I mean, this one looks like it's a slightly different color than the other ones. But yeah, just stand around some chairs until one follows you. Oh, there we go. There's another one there. And that'll be a task right there. Again, might be a bit tricky because there'll be multiple people in here maybe trying to get followed by a chair. But yeah, stick around and I'm sure eventually one will follow you. And there we go, guys. That's it. That is all of the tasks done. And as I said, I will leave the link to this in the description of the video so you guys can sort of check it out for yourself. If you don't want to sort of watch the video, you can just sort of like follow it along here. Or if you need to just sort of like confirm or you miss a few tasks, you can look at it. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that was a lot of waffling. I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly different video. But yeah, as you can see, very, very quick and easy to get your first region unlocked. So if you did enjoy and this helped you out, feel free to leave a like on the video. Leave me a comment with what regions you're going, what relics you're going. I think I'm going to be going Tirowin, and then Mori, and then Fremi. That's my current plan. And I'm going to be going 6 points in melee, 4 in range. That's the idea. Very well might change depending on if some sort of like new information comes out, but yeah, that's it for me. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitch as well, Pulvy OSRS, I will be streaming the league, so feel free to come on by, say hello, hang out in the chat. Should be a fun time. But until next time, guys, take it easy. Hope you enjoy this upload, and stay safe.